Alright, I'm going to be talking about the new Jurassic World movie that just came out, and I got a lot to say, so take a seat, you know what I'm saying? So, boom, right? Movie, like, out of the jump is kind of buns, because if you look at the cast, bro, there's no one from the other movies in this movie, bro. It's a whole new cast. There's no one from no Jurassic World movie in this movie, bro. It's just interesting. It's interesting. And another thing I don't like about this movie, right? It's literally just a dinosaur movie, bro. Like, it's not giving. It's not giving. Let's be real. It's not giving. So you're telling me billion-dollar corporation able to bring back dinosaurs from the dead, freak accident happened because of a candy bar? Final Destination? Is that you? Because no, someone must have had a vision or something that this was going to happen, and they escaped death like years ago, and now death is hunting them down. Because how the frick does a candy bar go inside like a little door, and somehow it going inside of like a crease in the door shuts down the whole dinosaur system at the creation lab? And then, because of that, I don't know how one door breaking down lets loose the most bioweapon killing machine known to man, bro. Bro. It does not make any sense known to man. None. Okay. So far we got a candy wrapper. I'm top two. That's pissed me off so far. Candy wrapper, and no other cast from the old movie. Because why is Scarlett Johansson in this? Why is Black Widow in this? There's no reason for her to be in this. Like why? Like no offense to her, right? The movie as a whole, like dinosaur movie wise, it was a good dinosaur movie. It was a great dinosaur movie. As a Jurassic World movie, you gotta do better, bro. Gotta do better. Oh, gotta do better, bro. Gotta do better. So, boom. Billion-dollar corporation goes to meet Scarlett Johansson. Like, hey, we want you because we need your help to get blood from these rare dinos that would help heart disease, blah blah blah, science stuff, right? We didn't come here for science, though. We came here for dinosaurs, okay? Let's be real. We came here for dinosaurs. So, boom, they get her on the team, convincing her with money because they're a billion-dollar corporation, you know. So they get her, then they get this nerdy science guy, right? They basically called him a B word because, like, yo, bro, you really love dinosaurs, but do you really love them if you haven't seen them in person? Like, bro, come on. And they basically rage bait / like manipulated that bro to like joining and risking his life for some dino blood. But they didn't even, I don't even think they were gonna pay him. They just like they brought him along because I don't even know, bro, because of his expertise. Sure, buddy, it didn't work out, dude. But anyway, boom. So now they're on their boat with their team or whatever, going to the island with the dinosaurs, right? Okay? And keep in mind, this island is supposed to be like, no one's supposed to be in like 100-mile radius or something, because this is like, all the dinosaurs can only live in a certain area of the earth because like they lived millions of years ago, blah blah, environment change, blah 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 blah, right? So all dinosaurs are there. And while they're on this boat ride, there's a family on their sailboat there. I don't know if they just didn't pick up the memo or what was going on. There's a family on vacation on a sailboat there. Anyway, you could just imagine. You could just, you know, pick up. Anyway, so they're there. It's so dumb. Never mind. They're there. But they're the first thing they go after, right? The mosasaur. Well, obviously, the mosasaur like breaks up the family's boat, so they save the family and then go after the mosasaur. I think I watched it last night at like 2 a.m. I was falling asleep right after the movie. So now they have the family on their boat and they're getting the mosasaur blood. And the mosasaur, right? Deep sea creature, right? For no reason at all. I was getting hunted by Spinosaurus, so that could be why, but it's also so stupid. It was on the surface of the water for like probably in real time in that movie time, probably like 10 minutes. It was just on the surface of the water for no reason. Or maybe like because it was probably being hunted by Spinosaurus. I don't know, because Spinosaurus can swim in water now, you know, because science discoveries. But mosasaur they conveniently are driving like within 10 meters, because you have to be within 10 meters to shoot the dinosaur with the gun to get the blood. It's convenient. The boat is 10 meters away from the mosasaur conveniently for like who knows how long, right? Which does not make any sense, bro. And mosasaur conveniently is smaller than, and probably nicer than the mosasaur in the first Jurassic World movie, because we've all seen that mosasaur. That's a big mosasaur. That's a big mosasaur, bro. It ate a megalodon or a great white shark. It could just fit in his mouth easily, bro. It's massive. Anyway, it's massive, bro. And this mosasaur, luckily, it's not that as aggressive or as big. So yeah. That was the third point. My bad. Getting off track. Third point, mosasaur was on the surface of the water for who knows how long, 10 meters away from the boat without. Okay, yeah. That was stupid, right? Stupid. What other crazy stuff? I kind of fell asleep around the Quetzal part, but I'm sure some stupid stuff happened around there. Keep in mind, this was like 2 in the morning yesterday, or today. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. And now, what you call it? It's so dumb, bro. Like the movie's like, it's so dumb, bro. Like, I think they tried like doing something like, cause the movie that's similar to the movie most, in my opinion, is Jurassic Park 3. Because as you know, in Jurassic Park 3, billion-dollar corporation. Well, no billion-dollar corporation. This one actually. They go to the island because their son's stuck on it, whatever, right? And they gotta like learn to live on the island. Well, no one's there to save them, right? That's basically the same thing as this movie. Something similar. I don't even know for real. Yeah, I don't know. Something I don't like. Another thing I don't like. The D-Rex. Buddy. How are you gonna make a new creature? Not even a dinosaur. It's a mutation of a dinosaur. This is just a creature. This thing should not exist, right? How are you gonna make a new creature, right? And only have like 10 minutes of screen time, bro. Pisses me off, bro. Jurassic World, Indominus Rex, amazing, right? It had hella screen time. It was on screen for a good minute. D-Rex, it was sort of, it wasn't really on screen, and when it was so hard to see because it would always be smoky or nighttime. It was just like, have you seen like The Mist, that movie The Mist? It kind of had that aura wherever it go, there was like mist following him. I just wanted to see like a full thing of this dinosaur, just like, whoa, that's what it looks like. That's so cool. I mean, you could see what it looked like, but it was like nighttime, bro. Like, I wonder what it looked like during the daytime, just walking around. Just like, that's so crazy to me. But yeah, so D-Rex did not get as much time. Also, it didn't. I don't think it fought another dinosaur. It was just slowly chasing these humans around and going towards the light for no reason at all. Okay, no reason. It is a mutation, so like, yes, you can't use scientific stuff because like you could just say like, oh, since it's mutation, it does this, blah 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 blah. Right? I get it. It's a creature, mutant creature. It does whatever it wants. But like, bro, be for real. Put some more screen time with this damn dinosaur, okay? There's these other dinosaurs, the something raptors. I don't freaking know what they're called, bro. They're like velociraptors with wings, basically. That's all I can know how to describe it as. I don't know any other words to describe these creatures, but basically velociraptor with wings, right? Those creatures were cool, but like the amount of times in this movie, I can't count. The amount of times that the people managed to somehow live an encounter with these mutant creature, velociraptor, pterodon things, the amount of times they managed to survive around those creatures is actually insane. Because, oh my freaking god, it actually pissed me off, bro. There's so much plot armor in this movie. I mean, there wouldn't really be a Jurassic Park movie without plot armor, but like, bro, the amount of plot armor in this movie is actually crazy, bro. I don't know if there's been as much plot armor in this, like, in any other movie. Maybe Jurassic World, or no, probably Jurassic World 2, that second one with the Indoraptor. There was hella plot armor in that movie. Yeah. Characters. Zero character growth. I mean, you can't really have character growth in a movie, but like, no character in-depth. There's no in-depth in these characters. The family, right? There's a dad, the daughter, another daughter, and a daughter boyfriend, right? Nope. There's no depth to these characters. Dad, very dumb, bringing his family to a place with dinosaurs for summer vacation for no reason. Daughter with boyfriend, her only character is being annoying. Well, I found her quite annoying because all she did was she was mad at the $1 billion corporation guy because he kind of pushed her off the boat when there was dinosaurs. Because, like, I guess he doesn't want anyone to know that he's out there trying to get dinosaur blood because, like, that's highly illegal. So he tried killing her when no one was looking, so she's just been mad at him the whole movie. So that's her character. Daughter's boyfriend, him, no character at all. He is just annoying. That's literally it, bro. He's just annoying. And there's the thing in Star movie where they're like, someone's got to man the boat while we sleep, and it's his turn to man the boat, and the dad is like, oh, bro, it's your turn to man the boat. He's like, nah, bro, I'm good off that, little bro. To the dad, and I'm like, oh wow, this guy's annoying. And he as the daughter gets pushed off, right? The girlfriend, as she gets pushed off into the water because like the $1 billion corporation guy, whatchamacallit, the boyfriend jumps into the water to save her, right? And the dad's like, oh, I respect you after that. And then he just goes back to being an annoying boyfriend. I know. There's no character development, no in-depth. It's so stupid. The little girl in the family. She's the most annoyingest little girl ever, because, oh my goodness, bro. It's like, I don't know, it's hard to remember, but she's just annoying, bro. Like, she was so, like, I don't understand why there has to be little kids in these Jurassic World movies. Like, I get kids like dinosaurs, but sometimes you gotta make a dinosaur movie without any freaking kids in it. Because, bro, There's a one scene where they're like trapped behind this uh, bars, right? And the only person that squeezed through it is the kid, somehow. And she squeezed through it, and she's turning stuff in a machine so that the bars like lift up, so that they can get out of there, right? And as she's doing that, there's a freaking D-Rex right behind her, and she, like, she doesn't hear who knows how big a dinosaur walking behind her. By the way, the D-Rex is actually massive. The D-Rex. Sorry, I'm getting off top, but the D-Rex is massive. Massive. There's a helicopter that flies over the island to save them, because plot stuff, right? Stupid plot stuff. He's going to save them. They're going to save them. And it's foggy because it's nighttime, and a D-Rex is there. And you see the light of the helicopter through the fog, and you're like, oh, it's coming to save us, right? And as it's like getting closer, bro, the helicopter is in the D-Rex's mouth. Do you know how big you have to be to have a helicopter in your mouth, bro? That's actually crazy. Movie was a bunch of, I don't know. It was a good dinosaur movie though. Cool dinosaurs. Love the Spinosaurus design. Love all the dinosaurs design. There were velociraptors in this movie. There was Quetzals, which we've never seen in any dinosaur movie before, I think. No, I think we have. I think like a glimpse. But there was a Quetzal, and we saw a good amount of screen time. They look cool in this movie. Mosasaur is smaller, but it like looked cool. But I still like Jurassic World Mosasaur better. That was big. That was pretty cool. There was a T-Rex scene in this movie. Very stupid. One, I'm sure you guys seen the clip. T-Rex teleported somehow. Don't know how. They're just doing things in this movie. It's actually horrendous. But the T-Rex can teleport. And somehow the T-Rex didn't kill any people, and it's moving fast, and then it slows down just enough so that it doesn't kill the main characters. Just because, right? Like, I wish we had a movie where it was like outlandish, where we don't have to, like, we don't know that characters are gonna survive, right? Like, you only know like characters gonna end or die like towards the end of the movie, like when someone sacrifices themselves or something crazy is happening at the climax of the movie at the very end, you know. So that's like the only time when you like know someone's gonna die, right? And it's like the same thing over and over. Like, we gotta have new movies. Like, we've gotta have just like a main character like at a random point where we just die, right? Like, we've just gotta have that happen. That seems really cool, because then it makes like the movie like, oh shoot, like you're like locked in now. Like, anyone could die at any point. Like, you know, like we can't have plot armor anymore. It's really stupid. Yeah, but who am I to know? You know, I'm just a guy. Yeah. Another thing that's really stupid. Wait, before I move on to that, I was saying plot armor, but I thought this one guy was gonna have plot armor. He was this really annoying guy to start a movie that it was really annoying. He was part of the mercenary crew to go get the dinosaur blood. He was really annoying. I'm like, yeah, this guy's gonna be annoying throughout the whole movie. Nope, he died right there from the Spinosauruses. So that was kind of like, damn, that was the only like death that kind of surprised me, because I thought he was gonna be there for a good little bit. He just seemed like one of those characters like, yeah, this guy's an annoying person that should die. I mean, I don't know how they're alive in the end, but they should die. But no, he actually lived through nothing. He just died to start. But yeah, on to towards the end of the movie. So Scarlett Johansson, she has this friend that she brought him on the mercenary trip. He's like this does illegal stuff guy. I think he's from Barbados. I don't really know. So he they get like cornered by this D-Rex, right? The D-Rex, and it's attracted to light. I don't know how they found that out, but it is, right? He lights a flare and like runs into the swamp with it falling behind. The D-Rex is so slow in this movie. I know you heard it everywhere, but it is so slow. It is a giant dinosaur. Yeah, I get that. But how are you so slow and you catch a helicopter while being that slow? I don't get it. But it's so slow. So it's following him into the swamp, right? He's slowly moving through the water like this, and the D-Rex is like, I'm gonna get you eventually. No, you're not, bro. Oh, you're so slow. And he gets cornered, and then it gets cut off. And like, oh, the flare goes out. And you're like, oh, he must have died. Oh man, he sacrificed himself. And then after they escape the D-Rex, you see a flare in this. Oh my goodness, he lived. How the frick did he live, bro? You're cornered in a freaking swamp by the D-Rex. Did the D-Rex like, oh, I guess I don't want you anymore. I just turned around. Like, they don't explain that either. So, I don't know. The movie was just running off pure like rainbows and butterflies and imagination and just anything. So, main stuff I didn't like. Very little character depth. Very not good plot. Like, no offense, the movie looked cool, but the plot, I did not like it. Cause why the family. Also, very little dinosaur fights. Very little. I think like the only dinosaur fight I saw in this movie was the freaking Velociraptor birds killed a Velociraptor. I think that was the only, and the Spinos versus the Mosasaur. I think they were fighting it. I don't know. Yeah, very little dinosaur fights in my opinion. What else? I don't know. It was just a mess, bro. I can't tell you. But yeah, so that's my take on this new movie. Keep in mind, as a dinosaur movie, you've seen dinosaur movies before. They're cool. Dinosaurs are freaking awesome. It was a cool dinosaur movie. Like, if I was a kid and I saw something like this, would be like one of my favorite dinosaur movies as a kid, you know? But like, as a Jurassic World movie, like, it's not perfect, but you guys gotta do better with the plot, because it's so stupid. No former characters, no former nothing. The only thing former is probably like InGen. Because InGen is the company that like owned the island before, like that had the Snicker bar accident. That was InGen owned that company. Like, there's nothing else from former freaking Jurassic World movies. So it was a very interesting movie, and yeah, that's my take on this new movie. Cool dinosaurs though. They look very cool. Yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye bye. Wait. I'll see you guys in the next one.